Ever caught yourself saying, I wish I had more time to finish this project, or I'll fix that tomorrow when I have more energy? We all do it. Whether at work or at home, there's always something: waiting mails, meetings, repairs, deadlines. The list never ends. And yet, even when we finally start, we often feel like we're racing the clock, never doing things as well as we could. Sound familiar? Good. Because today's not about having more time. It's about using the time you already have differently. It's about learning how to eat that frog. Now, don't worry, we're not talking about actual frogs. This idea comes from Brian Tracy's productivity method. If the first thing you do each morning is to eat a live frog, you'll know the worst part of your day is already behind you. In real life, your frog is your biggest, hardest, most important task, the one you're most likely to avoid. The one that actually moves your life forward. Step 1. Define. What really matters? You can't defeat procrastination without clarity. You can't take action if you don't know what's truly important. So before you do anything else, stop. Ask yourself, what really matters today? Most people carry their goals in their heads. But here's the truth. Only about 3% of adults actually write their goals down, and they accomplish 5 to 10 times more than everyone else. So grab a notebook, write your goals, make them visible, measurable, and specific. And once your goals are clear, break them down. Plan your time in advance, one step at a time. And make checklists. Seriously, when you cross off a task, your brain releases dopamine. That small win motivates you to keep going. Plus, studies show that productivity improves by 25% when you work from a list. That's not magic, okay? That's focus. Step 2. The 80-20th rule. Here's a secret most people never learn. Not all tasks are equal. In almost everything you do, 20% of your efforts produce 80% of your results. It's called the Pareto principle. That means on any list of 10 tasks, only 2 of them actually matter. Those are your frogs. But what do most people do? They spend their best hours on easy, limb-packed tasks, replying to messages, organizing files, checking social media, while the real work waits. So today, flip that habit. Start your day with the big stuff, not the busy work. Step 3. Prioritize with the ABCDE method. Let's make it practical. Take your task list and assign a letter to each item. A, must do, highest priority. B, should do, medium priority. C, nice to do, no real consequences. D, delegate. Let someone else handle it. E, eliminate, just delete it. Your A tasks are your frogs. Do them first. Don't even look at the B's or C's until every A is done. Example: watching the new Star Wars documentary. That's a C or E task. Updating your resume and applying for a job. That's an A. Discipline is about doing what matters first, even when you don't feel like it. Step 4. Build the right environment. Being productive isn't just about effort. It's about environment. Find a space that supports focus. Clear your desk, close distractions, gather your tools. You can't cook without ingredients, and you can't work without preparation. Then, protect your energy. You are the engine of your own productivity. Get enough sleep. Don't burn yourself out with 10-hour marathons. After 8 hours of nonstop work, your efficiency drops dramatically. Rest, refuel, and restart with intention. Step 5. Master your mindset. 95% of our emotions come from the way we talk to ourselves. So if you're constantly saying, I'll never finish this, or I'm just too tired, guess what? You're programming yourself to fail. Flip the script. Remind yourself, I can do this. One step at a time. It may sound cliche, but optimism is a tool, not a feeling. It helps you stay creative, disciplined, and resilient, even when things get tough. And when it comes to procrastination, mindset matters. Stop waiting for motivation to show up. Start moving, and motivation will follow. Step 6. Practice creative procrastination. You can't do everything, but you can choose what not to do. Productive people procrastinate too, just differently. They delay or skip low-value tasks intentionally so they can focus on what truly matters. That's called creative procrastination. It's about setting posteriorities, the opposite of priorities, things that can wait or never get done at all, because doing less, better, beats doing more. Worse, step 7. Identify what's holding you back. Here's the hard truth. Sometimes the biggest obstacle isn't out there, it's in here. It's not your boss, your schedule, or the lack of resources. It's fear, perfectionism, or self-doubt. So start by asking, what's really limiting me? Once you name it, you can face it. Then focus on progress, not perfection. You don't have to finish everything today. Just take the next small step. Growth works like fitness. You don't start by lifting 200 pounds. You start small, build strength. And keep showing up. Step 8. Time management that actually works here. It's one thing the most successful people do differently. They schedule their priorities, not just their appointments. If something matters, block time for it. Protect that time like it's a meeting with your future self. For example, 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, write the proposal. 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock, emails. And when that time comes, commit. No multitasking, no just 5 more minutes on your phone. And here's the bonus. Once you start, momentum will kick in. That's called flow, the state where ideas connect, distractions fade. And you're fully present. You can't think your way into flow. You can only work your way into it. So stop planning endlessly. Start acting. Step 9. Build the discipline. Muscle discipline isn't punishment, it's freedom. It's a freedom to control your day instead of being controlled by it. Train yourself to do what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Because once you master that, procrastination loses its power. And you start becoming the kind of person others look to for direction. A leader. Step 10. Eat the frog. Every day, so here's your challenge. Each morning, identify your frog. The one task that will have the biggest positive impact on your life. Then do it. Before the excuses, before the distractions, before the noise, you'll feel resistance, sure. But right behind that resistance is momentum and freedom. And the more you do it, the stronger you'll get. Because success isn't about working harder. It's about working on the right things. So stop waiting. Start now. Eat that frog. Actionable takeaway. Keep a daily to-do list. Write it down. Do the hardest thing first. And remember, discipline is built, not found. You've got this.